Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm gonna go over some of the photos that I took today in a recent shoot. Actually, the shoot was today. So I'm gonna go over some of the photos and how I took them, what I'm using to edit, how I'm editing these, and just to give you a little behind the scenes on how I do my shoots. So let me get started on the recording here on my computer. Alright, so this is a photo that I took today, and here's how I was taking the photo. It was a little windy day today, and it's actually pretty cold, so it wasn't that bad honestly. Because of the sun, it wasn't that bad. So here's the photo. You can see that. Let me show you that. Let me show you the original of the photo. Show original. So this is the original. As you can see, I haven't done much editing to the skin. Just pretty normal. Or have I? No, I haven't. So this is the Lightroom that I'm using. This is the Adobe Cloud version. I use this because I can access the photos on my phone as well. So this is the Lightroom I'm using. As you can see, most of the time, most of my editing is the color. I didn't do much. I didn't do a lot with the the lighting. The lighting was perfect, and you can see the lighting is perfect. She's perfectly exposed. It's not overexposed or the highlights are too much. It's fine. Sometimes what I like to do is bring down the highlights. That way there's a little more detail in the photo and the person's face. Sometimes if the light is too much, it's gonna like whiten out the face too much. It really depends on the setting, but this setting was fine. The lighting was coming from the side and it wasn't that harsh. This was during the cloudy part of the shoot. So you could tell that the colors are pretty matched. Everything looks good. I kind of want to bring up the blues, so I'm gonna go over there and bring up the saturation. Actually bring it up a little bit. So plus 20. This is usually what I would post on my page. This is kind of my style. You can actually look at this too. Actually no, never mind. But pretty much this is how I would usually post it. Let's look at another one. Same setting but different angle. As you can see, this one you can kind of see. Actually, you can kind of see that the background is kind of blown out. We can go ahead and recover it. As you can see that there's more brown. There's more blue now. It looks less blown out. There wasn't much clouds on the other side of this. As you can see, if I bring it fully down, it's not that much to recover. So we're just gonna do -30. That's fine. That works. Let's do the saturation of the blues. We'll bring that up a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to do too much since the sky is showing right here. But you kind of see the difference between this one. Well, let me just mark this one as well. So you can kind of see these. It's not that much of a difference because the blues look kind of the same because it's only a little bit of difference. Let's move on to another one. This one also actually brought down the highlight for this more than the other ones because this one was a little blown out. But main thing you need to do when you're editing these photos, make sure you are lined up perfectly straight. Make sure your photo is not like, you know, tilted a little bit. This looks straight for now. I think it looks straight, but sometimes I get these photos on my phone, you know, to post on Instagram, and something does not look straight, so then I have to go ahead and re-edit it, re-straighten it, and then it works out. But sometimes some of these photos are hard. Sometimes it's just your lens, the lens that you're using does not, you know, does not look, makes it just has a little lens distortion that makes the buildings look weird. So sometimes it's that, and sometimes you're just working too hard and then realize, hey, it's the lens that's distorting the building. So let's move on to another photo. So how I usually edit these is, see how I edited this one, or I guess this one. I can copy, Command C, and I can paste it on this photo. This one, as you can see, it made it kind of too blue, so we'll bring the saturation down. This is good. This should be good. And as you can see, this, okay, as you can see, the lines are all lined up. It looks good now. It matches my style. That's how I shoot, and that's how I edit my photos. Let's move on to this photo. This was the photo. This is it edited. Nothing special. This one I did straighten it up quite a bit. You can kind of see how bad it was in the beginning because I was holding the camera out like with an angle, so you can kind of see how much I've straightened this photo. You lose a lot, but as long as the photo is sharp, that's all that matters, and as long as there's enough space for the subject, as long as you're not like cutting half the face off or something. It looks good. Also, like these, you know, I usually remove some of them, you know. So first thing I do is usually just, you know, color grade, and then whichever ones I choose, I come and straighten. As you can see, I have to straighten this out with the building. So this one looks straight, but is it? Yeah. So sometimes it's just your subject. You feel like it's not straight, but sometimes it's just the way they're standing. This one is also good. I really like this one because of the houses, because of the apartments in the back, or actually this was a hotel, so because of that, and the back has like a really nice look. And I am using the settings that I'm using on this one is so it was a really bright day, so I am using f5.6, but this is a f2.8 lens, so I am not using the lowest aperture. I kind of wanted like the background to show a little bit. I didn't want to blur it out. ISO 100 because it was a really sunny day, and 73 millimeter. That's the focal length. This one also, I was kind of holding out the camera on the edge of the building. As you can see, that it kind of gives it that look that, you know, someone's looking, or you're just looking from another angle angle where you would usually not stand. So this is kind of a different angle of the photo. This one as well. This one, as you can tell, this one's a 2.8. The background is much blurrier, and the shutter speed is 1/1000. This is a 95 millimeter, so I was a little farther away for this one, a little zoomed in. These ones were good. I like this one. There was another one that I wanted to show. Yeah, so these, as you can tell, the line, it's kind of, the subject is in the middle, and as you can see, the leading lines are going towards the subject. That's kind of what I usually do, and I feel like a lot of people do that, but a lot of people do that because it looks good. It makes your subject pop out, and, makes your photos stand out a bit more. That's the difference between like an experienced photographer and someone that's just picking up the camera and going out and shooting nature photos. So that's kind of the difference. When you start seeing these things, the leading lines and everything, I guess that's when you can call yourself, experienced. When, everybody has, like, always has things to learn, so you can't really say that you were done learning, because you're never done learning. So this photo, as you can see, like something like this, the lines kind of like, there's a lot of lines, and you can kind of see that it makes the photo pop out a little bit more. I use the word pop out because usually don't really know how to explain these things, because you just have to see them. Sometimes the lines just, your eyes are just drawn to the lines, so you notice that more. These photos, this was good because this is another angle, shooting at 100 ISO, 70 millimeter. It looks good. It's just a little, it's just a little, like, I guess, darker. You can push up the shadows a little bit more. I'm already pushing them up too much, but I guess we could make it 70. This was the photo. This was and after the edit. So also how I clear out the skin. You can kind of see I use Lightroom to do that because it's easier and I don't have to do Photoshop. I mean, it's easier in Photoshop too, but that's just another program that you need to use to lighten up. So as you can see, what I do with Lightroom is just have like a brush. Let me do it on this one. So what I usually do is go on here on the brush and just add a new brush, tap on the skin, so kind of like reduce the size a little bit, so lower the texture and lower the clarity, not too much. So you just want to have to play around with it. Sometimes you do too much and you can drag it up and just just use it on the skin. As you can see, it clears out the skin, any imperfections that the camera picks up, or actually too much focus that camera picks up, too sharp. So you just need to play around with it, reduce it, at a level where you're comfortable with and your client's comfortable with. You don't want to make their face look like it's plastic. So that's how I do that. I'll make a separate video on those things. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed a little behind the scenes showing how I go over the edits and how I go over the photos. Usually I just pick out the photos with like the model, where the model is looking good and best lighting and best, you know, leading lines and stuff. So that's it, guys. Let me stop recording. All right, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a long video. If you guys did enjoy, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one.